Yes, welcome back to the United family. We are back again with the review of the games this weekend. It was very poor from United this weekend, but Arsenal got their win, Liverpool got the draw, and we are here again to just talk about the games. And the Europa League games are coming up for Arsenal and Manchester United, so we just have to do a little preview to the games. And once again, I have Mr. Magic here with me today again.
Yeah,
welcome, Mr. Magic.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
Yeah. For United, it was a very bad weekend. We lost 6-3 to Manchester City. The Ireland and Foden show. It was really sad for all United fans. And we just need to move on from the game because now the game is gone. And after that particular game, we still have a lot of games to come. We have the Europa League against Omonia and Nicosia. And we have Everton at the weekend. But for us now, they got their win against Tottenham Hotspurs.
Yeah.
Like Mr. Magic said, he predicted 2-1, but the game ended 3-1.
Close enough.
What's your take on the game?
Oh, my take on the game. I thought it was a really good game. We controlled the game well. This was exactly what I thought was going to happen. My initial fear was the counter attacks from Tottenham. But then apparently we controlled that a lot. So good game from the guys. A lot of the guys are really developing. Saliba in particular, is really developing at a good rate. He's perhaps like the best young centre back in the world right now. So
okay,
good game for us now. Let's see what happens next.
Yeah, but with the Arsenal Tottenham game, we all know Antonio Conte's style. He's very defensive. He always wants to defend and eat on the break. But with that game, I think he could have tweaked his tactics a little bit because now it's being predictable. Everyone just know what they are going to do and they just go for them in that way. And that was what Arsenal did. Emerson Royal got the red card in that game. A very poor tackle from Emerson Royal. But apart from that, Tottenham didn't really do anything. It was like widely dominated by Arsenal.
His game plan is predictable, and which leads us to what I think might be a bigger problem for Conte right now is the fact that he has good players, but then he doesn't seem to be getting them to play at their optimum.
Yeah.
You know, every coach has his own style and his own philosophy, and you have to also take note of the mental part of the game too. I don't know what the fear is.
Yeah.
If you have players like Kulusevski, Son, and Harry Kane, they should be playing better football.
Better football, sure. But the thing with that is playing better with the quality of players he has. But Conte's style is like negative. He doesn't want to attack. He doesn't want to maximize the output of the players he has. And for any good player that wants to play ball or want to enjoy football, I don't think an Antonio Conte's team would be the best team for you to go to.
Yeah, sure. You're correct.
But
I'm sorry. It leads me to another thing, which is the quality of coaching that we have in the
Premier League.
It's getting higher.
So
I don't know. Maybe Conte's era is about winding up. Maybe.
Yeah, true. It might be, but let's move on for that. Let's go into the United game. I predicted United to draw the game because I was expecting more from the players, more from the boys. I wanted them to show more, but it was just so sad that we started the game badly.
Yeah.
The second half was a bit better, but the first half, Ireland. What surprised me about Ireland is we all, as Premier League fans, we talk about the Premier League being tough, being this and that, but Ireland came into the Premier League and is showing us that the Premier League is not at the level we all claim it is because he has scored 14 goals in 7 games. I'm not sure if any player has done that before in the history of the Premier League. He has broken that record, 14 goals in 7 games. Fantastic from Ireland. Phil Foden also a very talented player. And I just think the only positive a United fan can take from that game is the fact that we got the 3 goals in the second half. Anthony's goal was a fantastic strike. Anthony Martial getting 2 goals, just coming back from injury. But just give me your take on the United and City game.
Oh, well, for me, I expected that United would be demolished. I expected it. I didn't see 6 goals coming, though.
Yeah.
But then it also takes us back to what I've been saying. What Arsenal was mocked for 3 years, for 3 seasons. For 3 seasons, Arteta kept saying, trust the process.
Trust the process.
Everybody shouting, when will the process be complete? But now you can see it. So, Man U is at the beginning of their process.
Of the process, so we have to be patient.
Endure these hard times.
Yeah, true. And that's what we should have with us fans because we always want things to start working immediately.
Exactly.
Like you said in the preview to these games. You can't just start a business and expect the business to start booming. It takes time. It takes a lot of hard work. And with these players, we've seen them show glimpses of what they can offer. But and City is on a different level to Manchester United. We are just starting that process, and we have to be patient. In the first half of that game, some of the fans left the stadium in the first half, and I'm like, okay, fine, I understand you feel bad, you get all the banter from the rival fans and all, but if you really want to back this manager and back this team, you have to stay there when it's bad and when it's good. But you can't expect all fans to be on the same level with you. But it was just one of those games. And let's look at the other games. The Liverpool game was a very good one. Leandro Trossard scoring an hat-trick against Liverpool. That was a very good display from him. But Liverpool got 3 goals too. It was a 3-3 draw. Just briefly, what's your take on the game?
Well, for me, my first issue is how Liverpool went 2 goals down so quickly. I don't know. I'm worried.
And we mentioned it in the preview that defensively they've been shocking this season. Alexander Arnold, Virgil van Dijk. People don't want to talk about it, but they've been shocking this season, and it showed against Brighton.
Yeah, so I'm still waiting. I'm still watching to see if Klopp has it in him to turn it around.
Yeah, and let's go to the Chelsea game. Chelsea won 2 goals to 1 against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace at the Selhurst Park is a very tough opponent to play against, but they got the win at the end of the day because they were losing 1-0. Like in 3-4 minutes, they conceded the goal, but they came back. Conor Gallagher with a very fantastic strike. A former Crystal Palace player, was on loan there last season. But Chelsea, they are looking good. And like I said, with Graham Potter, it's a process also. But at the end of the day, he needs to get a couple of results, and he's getting those results.
Yeah, I saw the highlights of the Chelsea game. I can see a lot of good patterns coming up.
Yeah,
Potter is definitely a top coach.
Yeah.
It's all about timing and waiting right now.
Yeah.
Well, as it is right now, 2 teams are clicking. Man City, Arsenal are clicking. The others is about how fast can their processes be.
Yeah, true. And let's just run through the remaining games. AFC Bournemouth versus Brentford. That was a new draw. Southampton, Everton. They are beginning to get the results. At the beginning of the season, they were shocking. They were really bad. They won against Southampton 2 goals to 1, which Joe Aribo and Alex Iwobi got an assist in that game, and Joe Aribo scored a goal. So representing the Nigerian part of us, then that's something really good. Like he has moved into the middle and he's playing better now. Yeah. And with West Ham won against Wolves 2 goals to 1. I was surprised about that game because Wolves, they are very good. They are very good footballing side, and unfortunately, they've sacked their manager Bruno Lage. He left before the game, but it's just like I said, you can play all the patterns and a very good football, but if you don't get the result at the end of the day, you get sacked, and that's what happened to Bruno Lage because Wolves are a very good footballing side.
Yeah, good footballing side. I would say kudos to what's the coach again?
David Moyes. Yeah, West Ham's coach.
He's a very underrated coach.
Yeah.
But over the years, he has shown that he knows how to build good sides. So kudos to him.
And the second game on Sunday, after the match, Manchester Derby ended 6-3. Leeds United, Aston Villa, new draw.
They are falling behind.
Yeah, they are falling behind. But the last game on Monday was Leicester City finally getting a win. This season, they've not won any game. They've been very shocking, but they got the 4-0 win. It was a Madison show. He got 2 goals. He got an assist. Fantastic from Leicester City. And just to wrap up the weekend. The weekend was a very interesting one. A lot of goals and a lot of good games, but they are winners, they are losers, which is normal in football, and you just have to move on from there. But with Arsenal and United, we know we are in the Europa League.
Yes.
And Europa League is another route to getting top 4 and getting to the Champions League. So we all want to take this serious. We don't just want to lose games and just lose the game. So for now, I just think Thursday night, Europa League, Arsenal against Bodoe Glimt, and Manchester United against Omonia Nicosia. Those 2 sides, they are not. We can say United and Arsenal are better than them, but it's football. You get shocking results, you get shocking performances. And I think in the Europa League, we'll have a lot of changes to the squad. Some players coming in just to rest players and all. So let's go to the Arsenal game. Bodoe Glimt, they are a Norwegian side. They score a lot of goals in their league. They score a lot of goals, but I think they will pose a threat to Arsenal in that game. So let's just talk about the prediction, like your prediction and the predicted lineup you want to see start in that game? Because he has to rest some players.
Yes, definitely. You know, Arsenal, we don't exactly have a very, very deep squad. There are
Yeah.
certain areas in which we are a bit short, but largely we are expected to win. I would say anything less than a 3-0 win for me
Yeah.
is not acceptable.
But I have watched Bodoe Glimt. I watched them like in a couple of games last season, and I know they can play and they can score goals. So Arsenal have to be wary of that. And with the changes Arsenal will make, you might see like Matt Turner coming like as the keeper. You see a couple of
Definitely.
changes.
Matona is coming.
But
Matona is a capable goalkeeper.
yeah, he's a couple goalkeeper, but you won't get the same level of performance that you get with the first team once you start making these wholesale changes.
Well,
and that's where I think the issues come from in the Europa League.
For me, I think I'm a bit more optimistic than you are. The idea behind building the kind of team that we have is that we have two teams that can play at almost the same level. And by the time I give you the people I think should come on you, I think you should be able to see that the drop off in quality is not.
It's not so much. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me just start with that. Matt Turner definitely in goal.
Yeah.
Left back definitely has to be Kieran Tierney. You have to give Zinchenko
a rest.
I'll prefer a proper defender. Then left centre back.
Rob Holding.
Rob Holding.
Rob Holding can come in there.
Okay, Rob Holding. He should be able to do a job for us. Right centre back, we could have Saliba should be rested. We could have Tomiyasu.
Tomiyasu can do a job there.
Centre back for Japan.
Yeah.
Right back, we can have Cedric. Cedric can do a job for us there.
Yeah, and this new guy you guys brought, the Brazilian guy that scored in the
Marquinhos.
Yeah, Marquinhos. Marquinhos also can come in that game.
Marquinhos plays more on the right wing.
Going forward, yeah.
Yeah, so midfield I'll do Lokonga. I'll play I could play Chaka again.
Vieira.
Then Fabio Vieira. 3. Up front we have Eddie Nketiah. On the right we have Marquinhos. On the left, we could do this guy, Reece Nelson.
Reece Nelson, yes. Nelson was back. He was back in the squad for the Spurs game. And like you said, that's a very good team of players that know how to ball. Exactly. And that's one thing with us now. Their bench, they have players that can ball, but it's just the levels to the starting lineup. Exactly, it's not on the same level yet, but they can still put in a performance. Yeah, sure. And you said your prediction for the game will be 3-0 in favor of Arsenal. That's realistic because it's Arsenal. They are on top this season. They are top of the league after 7 games, and it's just looking good for Arsenal. But for United, I think we can't afford to make the wholesale change like Arsenal made. Even though we are going to Omonia and Ikosa.
Why not?
Why I would say that is fine. We can see the likes of Ronaldo coming in, Casemiro coming in. That's the quality. That's like a very good quality of players. But I think with the keeper, we'll most likely see David De Gea's playing goal. Dubravka came in from Newcastle on deadline day, but he hasn't really gotten any game. But maybe he could. But the thing is, you guys are maintaining a good record, like a clean record in Europa League. We have lost already to Real Sociedad. So we need to get the 6 points. So you can't just afford to make wholesale changes and end up losing the game. You have to get the results. It's a must to keep. Because now Real Sociedad.
Why does United not have a capable second goalkeeper? I don't understand.
Yeah, see, it's more of as a player. If you really want to play, you have to go to a club that you can play, and that was what happened with Henderson. Henderson was the backup, and it was a very good backup. But as a very good keeper, you want to start for a team. You don't want to keep playing backup. And the likes of Dubravka, Tom Eaton, those guys age, they are 34, 35, 36 years old. So they can afford to sit on the bench and just come in once in a while and help the keepers in training. But not like play a lot of games. But with Henderson, he's very young. He wants to play a lot of games. And that was why he left to Nottingham Forest. Yeah. But like, let's hopefully Dubravka start. Let's see Dubravka in goal. We'll see Luke Shaw start that game. Okay. Varane is injured, so most likely Varane and Maguire. It seems the both of them are injured. So
Maguire, okay.
Yeah, so we'll see Martinez and Victor Lindelof coming, and we should see Dalot. Dalot will most likely maintain his position, or maybe Wan-Bissaka, but I don't think Wan-Bissaka is not really what Ten Hag wants to see. And it will be a good game for Dalot to build his confidence back, because the game against City was that was a very bad game for him. And in the midfield, I would love to see Fred and Casemiro in the midfield, because they play in Brazil together, and since they've been playing, they have a very good record. They've lost like just 2 games out of 15 games that they played together in the midfield for Brazil.
But I wonder if they will be able to progress the ball.
The thing, in that formation, Fred will be more attacking. Casemiro will do more of the defensive work. And like one thing with Fred is Fred will give you that work rate. He can run up and down the pitch, he can win the ball back for you. His passing can be shocking sometimes, but he can still make good passes. So, but I think with the both of them starting, it will reduce the job of the person, like the playmaker in the team, which might be Bruno or might be Eriksen. I would love to see Eriksen in that game because I think Bruno has been shocking this season. Fine, we won 4 games out of 4, but in the league, but he hasn't really have any good performance. And the game against City, he showed that he is not at the level we want him to be yet. So I want to see Eriksen. And up front, I want to see Martial. He came into the City game, he got 2 goals.
Martial up front or
yeah, up front. You remember we were talking about Martial on the preview, and I said if I would prefer Martial ahead of Ronaldo. And Martial came in, got those 2 goals, and it's not as if the goals were just walkovers. His positioning was good for the first goal. Second goal, he won the penalty himself, and he took the penalty well. So I love to see him up front. So Rashford, to build off his because Rashford and Martial, they're just coming back from injury, so they need to build the confidence and the momentum back. So I would love to see. And the thing with this is Martial can play on the wing or as the top 9, and the agendas with Ronaldo are very bad. The ex-players coming out and saying all sort of rubbish about Ronaldo after the loss to City, because it's normal with English media, that's how they do. So don't let us go into that. But I think if Ronaldo has started the City game, we would have still lost that game because we didn't really create much for the attacking players. And that was why Martial came in the second half, because Martial could create a chance himself. Ronaldo will rely on service from the players around him, and we're not getting service to the attackers.
Yes. Okay. The problem is you have arguably the best player in the world.
Yeah, the best player in the world.
Bench for 2 consecutive matches.
The best player in the world is aging right now. It's not on the level it was 2-3 years ago. Same with Messi. See, I tell people with Messi, the difference with Messi is more of a playmaker. So now he's dropping deep into the midfield and he's getting a lot of assists. His goal level has reduced drastically, but he's getting a lot of. But with Ronaldo doesn't. He has lost that a yard of pace. Now this dribbling is gone. He doesn't really have that, but he can score goals. So you need to put him in a game that you can create opportunities for him.
So why not this one?
No, true. Like I'm not done with my lineup. So I think I was looking a little bit and see Ronaldo starting as the 9, Martial on the left wing, and I'll go with Anthony because the goal he scored against Man City was fantastic. He created the goal himself. It wasn't any. It was just Anthony giving us that the level of performance, the level of what he can offer. And in games like this, you can score a lot of goals if you get it right. And it will build the confidence of the players. Imagine us winning 5-0 to Omonia because it builds the confidence of the players going into the next game against Everton in the weekend. So I just think it will be a very fantastic game.
So and I'm also at one point you're taking Sancho off.
Yeah, I'm taking Sancho off because I felt very like Sancho was very shocking against City. And with City, we knew we could not play them off the park. We can only hit them on the break. And Sancho had a couple of opportunities to progress the ball, and he was touching to bad. He was making bad decisions. And I think if he had a good game in that match, he might have gotten a goal or 2 in the first half.
Okay.
And it won't be as bad as it is now. 6-3 flatters us because we think we scored 3 goals. But it could have been 6-0. It could have been 10-0 because City got that. They had that amount of chances to kill United. But in the second half, they took their foot off the pedal because they were leading 4-0. And they didn't want to humiliate us because if they wanted to, they would have kept going for it. And I just think with United, this Europa League, our next 2 games we have to win to build up that momentum back. We have Everton in the weekend. Everton is not going to be an easy test because we are going to Goodison Park, which Everton will be at home. But I think we can
it's a winnable game
against Omonia, Nicosia, and Everton. So we just need to build up that. And I would love to, like, who is your player of the weekend? If you want to give, like, one player the player of the weekend. Player of last weekend's Premier League game.
Oh, definitely. That's easy.
Haaland. Yeah, I don't want to go for Haaland because it's kind of personal. The Haaland is kind of personal with his dad playing against Roy Keane and the injuries and all. It's kind of personal. But I'll go for Foden because Foden is fantastic. He's a very young player. He still has a lot to give to this, to give to the world of football. And he showed it against a very good Manchester United side. So with that, you know, it's a player for the future. Same with Haaland though, but I will go for Foden instead of Haaland. And the team of the week, the team of last weekend.
Team of last weekend. If I'm being objective, I would say Manchester City, but my heart says Arsenal. Yes,
You
because
can go with your heart because you're an Arsenal fan and you just have, you have to back your team at the end of the
yes,
day.
sure, definitely.
But I'll go for a shocking one in this, but I'll go for Brighton. They
Brighton.
they drew the game against Liverpool, but bringing in a new coach and
Being able to play that
and being able to still play very good against Liverpool. That was his first game,
that was his first game.
and he played really against Liverpool. So I will give it to
Although it
him.
has to be said, they have a top coach.
Yes, they have a top coach,
Very
but
good
he's new to the Premier League, so
Sure.
he still has a lot of work to do. But another thing, a very good mention is Leandro Trossard. He got 3 goals in that game. I think I might even have to switch my player of the week because he was very good in that game. He scored an hat-trick against a good Liverpool defense. So
Sure.
Leandro Trossard, but it was just a very good weekend of
It's a
football,
good,
and
it was a good
hopefully
weekend of football. Yes.
we don't want to take any momentum from that City game because the game was very
You
bad.
scored 3 goals.
Yeah, we scored
You
3
have to
goals,
be
so
happy
we can
with
take the
that.
positives from the 3
That's
goals
something that you can
and
take from
just
it.
take it into the game. So
Yeah.
hopefully we can win against Omonia and Nicosia, and Arsenal can lose. To me, I want you guys to lose against Bodoe Glimt, but I
Sorry.
don't think it's possible.
Sorry.
But if you guys can lose, it will be very good.
It's not happening.
But don't forget, at the weekend, you guys go to Liverpool at the weekend. So it's going to be, so you guys should get this win because that might be a loss for you guys at the end of the day.
Yeah, you know what? See, the thing with the good thing with Arsenal is I like the fact that despite the fact that we are playing well, despite the fact that we are building on a very good last season, people still doubt us.
Yeah,
I'm very happy.
You have to be.
I mean, we could easily lose. We could lose to Liverpool.
Yeah.
They're a good side. Forget about their struggles.
Sure.
But then that's the test when you are trying to challenge. It's like I have to use a business example again.
Yeah.
Maybe there's Coca-Cola and then there's Pepsi, and then you want to challenge.
Yeah.
If you're going for the market share with that kind of opposition, you know you have your work cut out for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you could and you could fail.
Yeah, that's just it. And we ask now, like the football is one game at a time. You can only play what is in front of you. And
Sure,
so far,
definitely.
they've been good. The first test against United, they lost, but they won to Tottenham, so they can always get the win.
Yeah.
But I don't want them to win though. So let's
keep our fingers crossed.
And just to round up, I think we have to Pep Guardiola. I want to touch on Pep Guardiola because I think Pep, he has come into the Premier League and he has taken it to, and they are taking the football to another level.
Yeah,
I know the coaches are looking to take it to that level now, and I think
sure.
we have to challenge City because if City if they win the league this season, which is very much possible, yeah, for them to win. If they win the league this season, then they've turned the Premier League to the Farmers League because that means they've won the league 6 out of 7 years, which is very shocking. And just another mention to Pep, he has been very good.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal.
And City, just let us talk about City because they're my rivals. And after this loss, we just have to take it. And guys, thanks. We've come to the end of today's show.
Yeah.
And you guys, please like, subscribe, and share the video. Make sure you turn on your notifications also, so as we get the videos in, you'll be notified. And there's a lot of videos coming. I will have a preview to the game also, to the United game with some United fans and all. So we just have to keep it going, keep it united. Let's always get the win. And thank Mr. Magic for coming on the show today.
Thanks so much, an honor.
And do you have anything to round up?
Well, I'll just say all Arsenal fans, keep supporting the club, cut out the negativity.
And if Arsenal start losing, still keep supporting.
Still support
it's very
the club.
important.
Yes.
Because if Arsenal start losing, a lot of people will support anymore. And United also, it's a process. Then I just came in and we just have to back him and support him with all what we have. Even when we are losing, we have to support. And let's just keep enjoying the football. A lot of football coming in the month of October, and hopefully we get a couple of wins and keep it steady. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.